Here we are at the Compost Tea station. So I'm going to try something new. There's a nutrient company, I'm sure you guys might be familiar with, New Millennium, and they have a product called Winter Frost that is supposed to help your plants finish if they're not quite done. So the plants create a bunch of exudates throughout their life cycle, and I think specifically when they get hit by frost, they're going to create a certain exudate, and that's exactly what happened to this plant right here and a bunch of the outdoor plants. So what I'm going to do is take a sample of this soil and put that in the compost tea with some other food here, and we're going to hope that maybe that has that exudate or whatever that is in there, and we'll get it in the tea and maybe get this tent to finish a little bit faster. I know when I feed a compost tea, they always like to finish faster in general, but we'll see if this has any effect. So what we've got is a bunch of stuff that was on clearance at Walmart, so we're just going to kind of make our own tea. So this is a 454 with 7% calcium, some magnesium, some sulfur, some iron, and then I have some kelp meal. This one's really low dose in general, but this is essentially your organic CalMag, and some azomite, volcanic rock dust, kind of similar to the kelp. So I have about 4.5 gallons of water aerating in here. We're going to do 4 tablespoons. Yeah, I might just do 2. We'll do 2 tablespoons of the rejuvenate and then a tablespoon each of the alfalfa and the azomite for a total of 1/4 of a cup of fertilizer. And then just a big handful of that soil. So 2 tablespoons. And I have 2 bubblers in here today. This really helps mix it up. I've noticed it's more biologically active when you have more aeration. It's not always possible to do though. So a tablespoon of kelp meal. Supposed to be some natural growth hormones in kelp as well. A tablespoon of azomite. Kind of looks like sand almost, a little bit more orange. And potentially the most important ingredient, big helping of some frost hit soil. You could use a bubbler if you wanted. Not a bubbler. Some cheesecloth, some kind of bag to keep all of those solids in, but that doesn't bother me. I like it to be free floating around. And we're going to leave that for 18 to 24 hours until it develops a head like a beer. And I forgot one of the most important ingredients, some sugar. Now, this doesn't do what most people think it does. It doesn't make your plants sweeter. This is food for the microbes. If you want them to work harder, this is how you make them do it. Most people use molasses. You can really use any kind of sugar. You can use honey. You can use white sugar, but this is what I have on hand, so we're going to give them a good helping of sugar to get them going.